Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we explore the rich and fascinating history behind coins from around the world. And today we are going deep into the story of the 2007 20-pence coin from the United Kingdom, a coin that not only serves as everyday currency, but also carries decades of historical influence, cultural transformation, and economic significance. The 20-pence coin was first introduced in the United Kingdom in 1982 as part of a broader decimalization process which had begun in 1971 when the UK moved from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a modern decimal system. The introduction of the 20-pence coin was intended to fill the gap between the 10-pence and 50-pence coins, providing a practical denomination that was more convenient for both consumers and businesses, and the decision to mint a seven-sided coin, a heptagon with an equilateral curve, was both functional and symbolic, allowing the coin to be easily distinguishable by touch and difficult to counterfeit. The 2007 20-pence coin continues the legacy of this denomination, but with its own unique context in terms of design, political landscape, and monetary policy at the time. In 2007, the coin still featured the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklouf, which had been in use since 1998. This portrait depicted the Queen wearing the tiara known as the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland, which was a wedding gift from Queen Mary to Princess Elizabeth in 1947. This iconic image conveyed a sense of continuity, stability, and tradition during a period of rapid change in the UK and the wider world. On the reverse of the 2007 20-pence coin, we see a classic design by William Gardner featuring a crowned Tudor Rose, a national symbol of England, combining the white rose of York and the red rose of Lancaster. This imagery dates back to the end of the Wars of the Roses in the 15th century, when the two rival houses were united through the marriage of Henry VII and Elizabeth of York. The use of this powerful emblem on the coin reflects a deep connection to English heritage and the consolidation of national identity over centuries. The 20-pence coin itself is made of cupronickel, a durable and corrosion-resistant alloy composed of 84% copper and 16% nickel, giving the coin its silvery appearance and long-lasting properties. The coin has a mass of 5 grams, a diameter of 21.4 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.7 millimeters, which remains consistent with earlier issues, ensuring that vending machines and automated systems could recognize and accept the coin without the need for technical recalibration. Economically, the year 2007 marked a period of relative stability in the UK, following more than a decade of economic growth, low unemployment, and high consumer confidence. However, beneath the surface, there were emerging signs of the global financial crisis which would erupt fully in 2008. The 2007 20-pence coin therefore represents a moment just before a major historical turning point, a coin from the final phase of what was often called the boom years under the government of Prime Minister Tony Blair and Chancellor Gordon Brown. In terms of mintage, the Royal Mint produced over 100 million 20-pence coins in 2007, which makes this particular year a common one in terms of circulation. However, collectors still find interest in this coin due to its placement within the timeline of British numismatic history, especially as the very next year in 2008, a significant redesign of the reverse would be introduced as part of the Royal Shield series. This means the 2007 version is one of the last to feature the traditional Tudor Rose before the new modernist shield design took its place. Collectors and historians often look at coins like the 2007 20-pence not only as monetary tools but as artifacts that reflect the political mood, cultural priorities, and technological capabilities of their time. For instance, the coin's continued use of the Tudor Rose in 2007 shows a commitment to traditional motifs even as the UK was becoming more diverse, globalized, and modern in its outlook and economy. This tension between tradition and progress is one of the many reasons coins are such powerful objects for historical analysis. It is also important to consider the role of the Royal Mint in shaping and maintaining the integrity of UK coinage. The Royal Mint is one of the oldest institutions in the country dating back over 1,100 years to the reign of Alfred the Great. By 2007, the Mint had moved its operations to Llantrisant in South Wales and had become known for its advanced techniques in coin production, metal analysis, and anti-counterfeiting technology. Each 20-pence coin produced in that year underwent rigorous testing and quality control procedures, ensuring that it would meet the high standards required for circulation. From a global perspective, the 2007 20-pence coin also fits within the larger story of how nations maintain their monetary systems, adapt to new technologies, and respond to shifting economic conditions. For example, during the same period, countries around the world were exploring ways to reduce the cost of coin production, streamline their currency denominations, and combat increasing rates of counterfeiting. The UK's approach with the 20-pence coin, combining design, tradition, and practical usability, reflects a balance that many other nations sought to emulate. In everyday life, the 20-pence coin was and remains a crucial part of transactions in the UK, from paying for parking meters and bus fares to being used in vending machines and corner shops. Its small size, lightweight feel, and unique shape make it one of the most practical and recognizable coins in British coinage. Its wide circulation and longevity mean that most people in the UK have handled a 20-pence coin many times without necessarily considering the rich history and careful design decisions behind it. For numismatists, the 2007 20-pence coin offers a snapshot of the late Elizabethan monetary system and is often collected alongside coins from earlier and later years to show the evolution of design materials and policy. It can be compared with the extremely rare 2008 mule error coin, which was accidentally struck without a date on either side due to a mismatched obverse and reverse die pairing. This infamous error caused a stir in the numismatic community and added a layer of attention to the 20-pence denomination, more generally highlighting how even small changes can have big implications in coin production. To fully appreciate the 2007 20-pence coin, we must also understand the broader societal context of the time. Britain in 2007 was experiencing technological transformation, the rise of social media, digital banking, and contactless payments, all of which would gradually begin to reshape the role of physical currency in daily life. Despite these shifts, the Royal Mint continued to produce millions of physical coins each year, reflecting a transitional period between the dominance of cash and the increasing presence of digital money. As we continue through this video, we will explore more details about the design process of the coin, how artists like William Gardner approached national symbolism in their work, and how the feedback process between the Mint government and the public shaped the final look of the currency. We will also dive into the historical roots of the Tudor Rose and its importance in English heraldry, how it became a unifying symbol after Civil War, and how its imagery has been used in various forms of British art, architecture, and currency for centuries. We will then examine how coins like the 20-pence piece were distributed into circulation, how banks, businesses, and cash handling facilities moved and stored these coins, and what logistical systems were in place to ensure a smooth supply across the nation. We will discuss how the Royal Mint determines how many coins to produce each year, what factors influence mintage levels, and how economic indicators such as inflation, interest rates, and consumer behavior play a role in shaping those decisions. By tracing the journey of a single 20-pence coin from its design conception through production, minting, distribution, and use in everyday transactions, we will uncover not just the history of a coin, but the story of a nation, its culture, its values, its priorities, and its vision for the future. And that is what makes coin collecting so powerful and fascinating. Every coin is a time capsule, a miniature piece of history that fits in the palm of your hand and carries with it the echoes of centuries of change and continuity. So stay tuned as we now take an even deeper dive into the numismatic artistry, historical significance, and cultural heritage of the 2007 20-pence coin, exploring every angle from the design table to the pocket from the Royal Mint. to the coin collector's album, and from the symbolic to the practical, in a story that spans generations and offers insight into what makes British coinage so enduring and so unique.